everybody. Welcome to the OnStage Block Theater podcast. And we're really excited today because we are here to talk about one of my favorite topics. We're talking about Broadway songs. There's nothing I like talking about more than Broadway songs. And I'm theater critic Rachel Wagner, and Jacklyn is here.
I'm excited to be here, singing songs, going through the highs, the lows. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, and if you want to hear more of our best and worst songs from a whole bunch of Broadway shows, this is technically our part two of this. We did it right towards the beginning of the podcast, so it's a bit ago, but we did about 40 shows then, and so now these are 40 different shows than what we had done before. So if you're like, why aren't they talking about Hamilton or Wicked or Dear Evan Hansen? That was all in the other one.
We already have. If you're curious, go see those. Go listen to those.
That's right. That's right. And there was somebody last time who was complaining about how he thought our opinions were vapid and shallow, which fair enough, if that's what you think. But he seemed to be upset that we weren't spending more time on each show. And I said to him, well, we have entire episodes devoted to shows. Not every episode is the same. This one, we're trying to cover as many shows as we can in the time. So if you want to watch a whole deep dive into Merrily We Roll Along or Sweeney Todd or Annie or Matilda or a variety of shows that we've done basically solo episodes on. So we do both. We do the deep dives and we do the more shallow, vapid dives.
Honestly, Rachel, it's not the first time I've been accused of being vapid and shallow, and it won't be the last. So,
yeah, absolutely.
But if we did do a deep dive on every single show, all 40 shows in one episode, it would be too much for the people to listen to.
It'd be like a marathon event.
Yes.
But if there is one of these shows that you're like, I wanted them to do a deep dive, put in the comments. Let us know.
We'll do it.
Why not?
We love talking to each other, and we love Broadway.
It's true. It's absolutely right. Okay. And like I said, I try to kind of switch it around, different eras, different, styles, different things. And so just to keep it fun. And like I said, we have the best and worst. And what's interesting about doing this is that there are certain shows which the songs are very, very similar. So it's almost hard, especially Stephen Sondheim. His melodies tend to sound very similar because he's focusing on the whole piece and the story and the whole artistic experience of the entire show, right? That's sort of more his style, as opposed to, let's say, like an Andrew Lloyd Webber, which he has more like a cabaret kind of a feel, in the sense of each individual song is kind of more standalone. So it can be hard on some shows that I overall really like to say which one is the best song out of all of these songs that sound somewhat similar. But then it can also be hard sometimes to figure out a worse song. In some cases they're all in Sondheim, for instance. There's not that many bad Sondheim songs, but so figuring it out, it can just be tricky, harder than it sounds to pick a best and a worst song. I also tried to not pick like reprises, just like I tried to pick real songs. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, like substantive
I think
songs. Yeah.
And I think you did a really good job of articulating too, like with something like Sondheim, when something feels so baked into the story, like it's inextricable from it.
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit more difficult to be like, oh, that one's just not a banger. Yeah.
And sometimes there's a song that's needed for the plot, but it's still not my favorite song as a standalone song. So that happens as well sometimes.
You're not going to listen to it when you're not watching the show.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, let's dive in. Let's start with Hairspray. That's our first one that we're doing. Best and worst. This is hard because there are so many banger songs in Hairspray. It's really tough.
Yeah. There are so many good ones in Hairspray that this was so hard for me, but I managed to pick a favorite.
Yeah. Well, what's your favorite?
My favorite is You Can't Stop the Beat.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Right? Okay, This song, not only because it's a fantastic song, but like this is a song that I have danced to like a
Yeah.
crazy person in my room, made up dances to it. I've liked it for years. If I'm like
It is so
going for a
catchy.
walk and I want to pep it up, yes, it always fills me with joy and puts me in a good mood. It's you can't stop the beat all day,
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah. It's so good. I also, I mean, I know where I've been. I love, I love, I can hear the bells. That's just an absolute
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
song. I mean, so it's very hard. There, the list is long for but you can't stop the beat is just so catchy. It's kind of an earworm, to be honest, but in a good sense.
It is. Yes. And I think what's even more difficult than to pick a favorite one, even though it was very difficult, is to pick a least favorite. I don't really have a least favorite from Hairspray, but I did pick one.
So for me, the worst, I would either go with Miss Baltimore Crabs or Cooties.
Oh, I would go with Cooties.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of it's just a song that they sing on the show. It's not like you know, like like I feel like Miss Baltimore Crabs is more of a character song. It like actually matters to the
Right.
story. But and it's fine. It's like an okay villain song, but that's I think those are the two worst songs in the show.
Yeah. Although I don't hate them. I
Yeah.
don't
No, I
hate
don't hate
them.
them either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's how good this show is that it's
Yeah.
an embarrassment of riches to pick the favorite and
Yeah.
then to pick the least favorite. I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. All right. Next we have Mary Poppins, the musical. I mean, the songs from the original movie, of course, are strong. Everybody knows I'm not a fan of this adaptation. I think it's really weak.
Yeah.
But you could pick any of the original songs, Chim Chimery, and you could
Yeah.
pick, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. But I think the best song in the show is Feed the Birds.
Yes, that was
Melodically. Oh
mine
no, we're gonna have the same
too.
list. We have the same picks.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really funny. Yeah, it's a beautiful song. Evidently, it
Wait, do you
was
think we'll have the same least favorite? Now I'm curious.
probably, I
Oh
mean,
no, go ahead. I was just wondering if we're
br
gonna have the same least favorite too. Yeah.
Brimstone or Treacle.
Mine's actually Temper Temper.
Oh, yeah, that one is not a great song. If I was picking the movie, I would pick Sister Suffragette, which isn't even that bad of a song, but that's how good the movie is. Uh,
Yeah.
but like it's way better than Brimstone or Treacle. So the worst song in the movie
Yeah,
is
you're right.
way better than the worst song in the show. But that Brimstone and Treacle is terrible. I mean, that character, I hate that character. Mrs. Andrews
Yeah.
is awful. And
It's
Temper
not great.
Temper, that's also not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But I also love Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, of course. But you know, I went with
Yeah.
Feed the Birds.
All right. So let's do Fiddler on the Roof. I'm going to skip around maybe a little bit. Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah.
So I think my favorite song in Fiddler on the Roof is Far From the Home I Love.
Mhm.
I love that song. And it's hard because I mean they're all bangers. It's a great group. And I do love Tevye's Dream, just because I think Tevye's
Yeah.
Dream is the section where the company can express themselves the most. They can pretty much do
Yes.
whatever they want. So I get to see the personality of the creators the most in that song. So I really enjoy that. I think
Which
the
is a
worst
whole lot of
songs
fun.
yeah, I think the worst songs in Fiddler, it's either Now I Have Everything or Miracle Miracles. I think both of the dude
Oh,
excited love songs, I think, are the two weakest songs of the show.
oh.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not my favorites. I don't. Yes, I hear that. Miracle Miracles, actually, yeah, maybe that's my least favorite. But I chose my favorite. So Far From Home I Love is so close, but I went with I had that written down. I also had Sunrise Sunset, so I'm gonna go with that one. You did Far From the Home I Love. Beautiful. I mean, I just
Yeah.
find myself singing. So I said, like every time like a pinnacle event in life happens, I'm like sunrise, sunset. It's just funny. It's to sing that because it's like
Yeah.
applies to so many things. I had the rumor.
Oh, yeah. And I think that some companies are allowed to skip that. I've been to some productions where they
Oh,
don't do the rumor,
well,
and
you
I
know
don't know what
what?
they're. It must
Good.
be an MTI thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
good.
fair. Yeah, that would be on the towards the bottom, I think, for most people. I would
Yeah.
also have. It's not really a song; it's more a ballet sequence, but I do love Kava, Little Bird. That sequence
Oh, yes.
is absolutely
Yes.
beautiful. I
Hmm.
love, 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 love that sequence, but it's not really a song, but yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
all right, let's do The Lion King. So this is tough because there are so many good songs. But I would go with either Be Prepared or He Lives in You, one or the other. I think those are the two best songs for me.
Mine were mine were He Lives in You and Circle of Life.
Yeah, yeah, it's really
Yeah.
good. The worst song I think is Chow Down.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
It is.
it's the worst
Yeah.
song sung by the hyenas. That's the worst
Yeah.
one.
I
Yeah.
love the hyenas, but
Uh-huh.
yeah,
And if you
worst
want to
song.
check over at Rachel's Reviews, I did an episode of my podcast over there, Disney podcast, where we ranked all of the Lion King songs. So we've got Broadway, we've got Lion King one, two, two and a half, like one and a half, like everything. The remake, the Mufasa movie, all of it. So
Wait, seriously?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I have to listen to that because that sounds
I'll send you the
fascinating.
link.
Yes.
We actually have done
And you
that.
do it all.
We've done that actually for Lion King, for Little Mermaid, for Frozen, and Beauty and the Beast.
That's
We did
awesome.
all, including all the sequels, remakes, for like new material in the remakes and things like that. So, and
Oh, I
Broadway.
love that.
Yeah, there was one of my, it's fun, one of some of my favorites. Okay, so let's do Oklahoma. And I have People Will Say We're in Love is my favorite song, and then I Poor Judd is Dead is the worst. Because I mean, it's just too
Okay.
mean.
Yeah.
It makes you hate Curly. I mean, even though Judd is a bad guy, he's a bad dude, but still having our lead
Yeah.
guy, our lead heroine, having our lead hero singing about he wants somebody to shoot himself is just not the best.
I totally agree. Also, like, let's just be real, not a banger. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
think what you're
true too.
saying is
You're
like
right.
what you're saying thematically, Rachel, and character wise is very smart and true. But I find that song to be hella boring and
Yeah,
just like,
that's
oh,
a
I
good
don't like
point.
this. It's not
Yeah.
like it's even like a delicious song where it
Yeah.
gets to get really mean. So that's also my least favorite. My favorites, and I think that I did Oklahoma twice, and these were my favorite songs to sing. So I'm not sure if I'm looking at it like from the perspective of seeing it, because I've done it more times than I've seen it. But I love I Can't Say No, and I love
Yeah.
Oklahoma. It's such a fun
Yeah.
song to sing. Like everyone's
It is.
doing it, and like you feel like it's a real like ensemble song.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next is Newsies. So I have King of New York as my favorite song from that show. And I think the weakest song is That's Rich, the one that
Yes,
Edme sings. I mean, that one is, I mean, it's fine for that moment of the show, so her girls sing it. But it's, I think, the weakest song of the show.
I definitely, that's rich. Absolutely. I vacillate back and forth depending on my mood between King of New York if I want to be pepped up, and if I want to
Yeah.
feel melancholy and get in my feels, Santa Fe.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. All right. Next we have Footloose. And this might be a hot take. My favorite song from Footloose is Mama Says.
Oh,
Mama says,
yes.
once you climb up a mountain, you can't back down. It's just a really catchy song. I really like it.
It's a really catchy song.
Yeah,
That I think it is a hot take, but I do really like that song.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I have, I mean, it's hard to pick one. I have Holding Out for a Hero,
Yeah, that's a good one.
but I also really like Footloose.
Yeah.
It's a
it's a
catchy
good
song.
show. I mean, for screen to stage, like it's got a lot of themes. It tries a lot.
Mhm.
It has, and I appreciate that they got almost every single song from that soundtrack. Not like Pretty
Totally,
Woman.
totally. Yeah.
They don't even have Pretty Woman. What was
Which
that?
is that's it's
Bonkers.
an abomination, is what it is.
Yeah.
I like, what are we doing? What?
But worst is The Girl Gets Around. I think that's the worst song.
Ooh, okay. So yes, I have learning to be silent, but I actually think you're right given everything.
Yeah.
We don't need to be we don't need to be saying those. Yes. Like, you're right from I don't think we need to be like perpetuating those stereotypes, but learning to be
Yeah.
silent is just
I mean,
never that
I
interesting
don't
to me.
mind it that much because the show actually confronts those stereotypes in the
Right,
show. Like
right.
that's the whole moral. So I don't mind it that much, but like as just if I'm I just think it is the weakest song, and it's the one I would want to listen to
Yes.
least.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I mean I'm not like offended because like I said, the context. But
Right. It does, but yeah.
yeah. All right, merrily we roll along. This was hard because the songs are very similar. I was listening to them,
Yeah.
and it's funny because when you're watching it, it doesn't feel that way. But when you're listening to it,
No.
it's like, okay, all these songs kind of sound the same, but it works within the whole genius of the story. But I went with
Totally.
Not a Day Goes By
Yeah. I
as the
love Not a
best
Day Goes
song.
By.
I
I
think it's the
I
most sort of standout. I could sing it at karaoke. I could, in this show, it's that's not really this show. Is not that kind of
Yes.
show.
Yes. I think I talked about it a little bit when we discussed the pro shot of Merrily We Roll Along. Our Time is one of my favorite songs of
Uh,
all time. So that's definitely my
that's a
favorite
good one.
from Merrily, but you're spot on in saying that it's difficult to pick a least favorite because a lot of these sound so similar and
Yeah,
they're so baked into the story that it feels almost
yeah,
weird to pull it out.
yeah. I picked The
Uh,
Blob. I don't hate it. It works for the scene. It
mm,
works for the story. But just, I think that is would be the least favorite song. The Blob.
yeah, I picked That Frank,
Okay.
but
Yeah, yeah.
also same. I don't hate it. It just doesn't pop for me.
Yeah. All right. So Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And this is hard because there are actually a lot of bangers, fun songs in this. I picked
Yeah.
Song of the King just because I think the whole Elvis of it is
Oh,
fun and
yes.
there's a lot of creative touches that you can do with it. And uh, so
That's
yeah,
really fun.
yeah,
Um, I was really going back and forth between Any Dream Will Do and Close Every Door. I think it's Any Dream Will Do.
yeah. That's a good
Tough
song.
though.
For the worst, I picked Those Canaan Days.
Oh
I mean, it's
yeah,
fine, but
it's fine.
yeah, it's just one of those more sort
Yeah,
of if that song, it's fine. It does what it needs to for the story, but yeah, it's
it
probably my least favorite.
that's I picked Benjamin Calypso, which I feel like
Oh
is like
yeah,
those Canaan Days in the same way.
yeah,
It does what it needs to do for the story. And when I'm watching Joseph, I'm not like, oh no, I hate this one. It's just that again,
yeah.
we're not going to listen to it
Not
from
painful.
away from the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, not painful. No, not like your full disclosure for
No,
Adam's
it's not
Family.
full disclosure. Thank goodness. Okay, so the mystery of Edwin Drood. This was also a hard one in the sense of picking a best and worst because they are, I think, fairly consistently written throughout the whole
Mm-hmm.
show. I picked Moonfall for the best.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I
And
got
then for the
excited.
worst, I could pick any Princess Puffer song. So The Wages of Sin.
Mm.
That's
Yep,
one I went with.
yep. I ended up going with No Good Could Come from Bad.
Mm. The only time I've seen Mystery of Edwin Drood was at a production where the Princess Puffer had actress had broken her ankle or something, and so she was out, and so they had the director on book doing it as a last minute cope, and it was rough. Because I know you got to make it work,
I
but
You got to make it work, and
was
the show must go on. But that's not the show that they had intended.
yeah,
I am sure.
it was rough.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Next I have Dreamgirls. And it's such an iconic song, and I'm telling you, I'm not going is the best song.
Yep.
It's I
Yep.
yeah. I don't almost don't know how you go with anything else. The worst
No.
song, there's a lot of songs in this show that are just sort of like them showing that they're a group and they're, kind of like cooties in a way,
Right.
similar, right?
Right.
So I picked Cadillac Car. It's perfectly serviceable for the moment,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. I have heavy. Um, it's not my favorite, but like
yeah,
again, I don't hate it. Like it does what it needs to do,
yeah,
but I think that, and I'm telling you, I'm not going. I mean, with a song like that, it's like
yeah. They could in this
everything else, it's almost like the rest of the show, it's such a centerpiece around it.
if they were asking for my advice on this revival, I would tell them to cut quite a bit. I would pare it way down. This show is really long and it's a bit of a slog. I'm not gonna lie. As far as story and characters and like I think you could cut a lot out and it would be much better. And it would showcase the
Right, right,
characters better. It would just be better all around, I think, with
right.
like a lot cut out. And people will still go to a shorter
Yeah,
show, obviously with six. And then I found out I didn't realize that maybe Happy Ending is only 90 minutes.
yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah,
I had no idea that it was so short.
yeah,
So
yeah.
anyway, that's
It's
interesting.
it's incredible that like people will happily do that. So I think there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong, like you're saying, with doing a little nothing wrong
Because
with that
I
at
was
all.
seeing somebody was saying how you could see like 8 shows in 3 days, and they had a show. They had an early showing of maybe Happy Ending with like an 8 o'clock showing of another show. I was like, how could you get done with that so fast?
Right.
Or maybe it was 9 o'clock. I can't remember, but it was like a later show, and I'm like, how could you get out of it so fast? And they were like, oh, it's only 90 minutes. I'm like, wow, I had no idea that it was
And
so
you're like,
short.
okay, I could do that. You're like,
Smart,
I could do those shows, and
yeah, smart. Uh, I realize that some shows can be good long, but
yes,
a lot of them could be shorter too.
right, exactly,
Okay, so
exactly.
all right, next we have Brigadoon. This was hard for me to decide because I do love a bunch of these songs. I have Almost Like Being in Love is my best, and then I have Genie's
Me
Packing
too.
Up as my worst. Genie's Packing Up.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I have for my least favorite. I have Come to Me, Bend to Me.
Oh yeah, that was on my short list.
Yeah,
I was
I had a
listening to
feeling it
that.
might be.
Yeah. I mean, I there's so many good songs though. The Heather on the Hill, Go Home to Bonnie Jean. It's really,
Oh yeah,
really a good show.
yeah.
Okay. Scarlet Pimpernel. See, this is a show that I actually think the music is it's very bland in
Mm,
my opinion, this music. It's a fun show,
yeah.
just the story. But I have The Creation of Man as the best, just because I think that Percy with the foppish men is, and
Oh,
them, that's their introduction really to the
yes,
foppish men.
yes,
I think is funny. I enjoy
yes.
that. That's why the Lord
Yeah.
created man. It's a funny song. And then I have I'll Forget You uh, as uh,
Mm,
as the worst, just because there are some on this list that we'll talk about that I just feel like are such bland ballads that this is just
right,
a completely
right,
forgettable ballad. So that's where I would
right.
include I'll Forget You.
You're like, let me just get
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I just say a bland ballad bums me out so much because when there's a good ballad, like What I Did for
Yeah.
Love, like I love a ballad. I love an 11 o'clock number. And
Yeah.
when maybe this time, like I'm thinking of all these iconic ones,
Yeah.
and then oof,
And they're
they're
usually
not
really
good.
long songs too, you know? So
Yep. And then
sometimes
you're
love
like, get me
songs
out of
can be
here.
a bit of a drag. Even in Les Mis, I think Heartful of Love, that is, in my opinion, the worst song in Les Mis.
You know what's interesting about Les Mis with Heart Full of Love? I love that little bit, like that little, like Like I love going around singing Heart Full of Love, but when it's in the show, it's
Yeah.
too long and I'm not
Yeah.
into it compared to
Right.
everything else.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I hear you on that.
So what do you have
For
for
me,
Scott
my
Pimpernel?
favorite, from I had for the favorite, Where's the Girl? And least favorite, I had Falcon in the Dive.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that. Okay. Next we have Aida. This was hard because I
Mm,
love this soundtrack, this original cast recording.
me too. Me
This
too.
was hard because I love this original cast recording, but I would go with either Strongest Suit or I Know the Truth. Both of those, so
So
good.
that those are so good. Strongest Suit was my number two. My number one is Written in the Stars, but Strongest
Yeah,
Suit
that
is
one's
so
good too.
good.
But that I Know the Truth is such a great song. I know the truth and it shocks me. Uh,
So good.
and then I have for the worst, I have like Father Like Son. I think I could also do Another Pyramid. Both of those songs are like they're fine for the plot, but
Mm.
I think they're the
I have another
weakest.
pyramid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have Secret Garden. And this was also hard because there's a couple really, really beautiful songs. But I went with How Could I Ever Know? That is
Mm.
just a
Yes.
devastating song. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And my worst is Wick, but really
Yes, me too.
anything sung by Dickon, I like you don't like if they were gonna ask me, because they've been thinking about doing a remake, a revival. If they were gonna ask me, they've been thinking about doing a revival, I would tell them to honestly, I think they could just eliminate Dickon as a character completely. Because you already have the gardener. The gardener's already introducing her to everything with,
Yeah.
or eliminate the
Yeah.
gardener, eliminate one of them, because they both have a
We don't need both.
lot of, between the two of them, they have all of these songs like a little bit of Earth and Wick and a lot of songs about nature and how great nature is. Love nature, but race you to the top of the morning. Like there's just a lot of these songs, and it just drags the musical down. If you I really think you could get rid of Dickon. Sorry, Dickon. But I just don't think you need both the gardener and Dickon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I love the way you're like, love nature, but like, no, I agree with you. I feel like if we're trying to streamline, which I think is fine, they're both serving very similar purposes.
Yeah. And the show is too
Yeah.
long. It makes it your back is hurting by the end. Like, this is
Your
really
back's hurting, you're
long.
like, okay, come on. Like, come on. Whatever little girl, you're
Yeah.
like, okay, we got kids that need to get home.
So what did you have
I
for
also had
best?
I also had Wick, but for favorite, I had Lily's Eyes.
Yeah. That one's really
Beautiful.
good. I mean, it's I'm a little frustrated sometimes because I feel like they bring up the fact that the the brother, the uncle, was in love with Lily, and then they kind of don't really go anywhere with that. They
Right.
kind
It
of
kind of
just sort
gets
of,
dropped.
yeah, it's sort of there for that song, and then not a whole lot, kind of happens.
Yeah.
And they just
Yeah.
sort of forgive him, and that's it. I don't know.
They're
But
like, now moving on.
it's a beautiful
Yeah.
duet. It's a beautiful duet. Okay, so then we have Little Women. And this one for me is Some Things Are Meant to Be. I think it's one of the most beautiful duets, certainly female duet that I've ever heard. It is so pretty. And then I would honestly cut almost all of the magical realism. I would cut almost all of the storytelling songs. So the Weekly Volcano
Mhm.
Press, that song is really long. It's like 6 minutes
It's
long,
very long.
and we just don't need all of that. Like it could be in one line about, Joe, I sold my store. We don't need to hear all about Rodrigo and the Countess. I mean, it's
No.
just
No.
I don't know. There's just too much of that storytelling. I think it takes up too much time. So I would cut all of that from the show for me.
Yeah, and it's unnecessary. It's
I'm telling
unnecessary.
I'm telling you, Broadway people, if you're listening, I can help you. I mean, I'm not even kidding. I can help a lot.
People
So
consult. for a modest fee.
Yeah, they're very cheap. And I can help you.
No, I'm gonna negotiate a little higher for you.
Okay, good.
She'll
Yeah.
charge you a modest rate. She's not cheap
But
because she's very talented,
but
but
you need
she'll
some, I think you need an outsider's perspective. Somebody coming in there that's gonna have the tourist perspective, that's gonna have the outsider perspective, that's not emotionally attached to the songs. You somebody could come in and be there like, nope, cut it, cut that song, cut that one.
well,
That's
especially
me.
someone like you, especially someone like you who, as a theater and film critic, you've just seen, and a theater fan, you've
Yeah.
seen so much theater. And you're right, Rachel, people do not want to kill their darlings, and I
Yeah.
understand, but sometimes you have to.
Yeah. Yeah. Have mercy on us, for goodness sakes.
Mercy.
We just have to sit through these. Right. What do you have for Little Women?
I have astonishing. I
Yeah.
remember hearing not in person, but hearing Sutton Foster sing that, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is magical. And then least favorite, I have Off to Massachusetts.
It's cute, but yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah,
So yeah. So White Christmas. I have either White Christmas or The Best Things Happen While You're Dancing. I think those are strong.
I have the best things
And
happen while you're dancing.
yeah. And then I have for worst, I have Let Me Sing and I'm Happy. Like, I
Me
don't know that
too.
we, okay. I don't know that we needed to give Martha her own song and a reprise sung by Susan. I don't know if that was really needed because the show is over long. It's another one. Easy cut two, three songs. It would be better as much as I enjoy it.
Mhm. Yeah, I also do really like my second place for favorite was Count Your Blessings instead of Sheep.
Yeah. I really like that one as well. And even like Snow or A Lover Did Me Wrong, that song is fun for what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean it's just it is kind of I just saw it this last Christmas and my friend we were walking out, she had never seen it before and she's like, oh, that was really long. And I'm like, you're right, you're not wrong. but but it
Was
is a
that her?
good
That was, yeah,
show.
that was her first time. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next, Drowsy Chaperone. And you know what was interesting as I was looking at the song list, I'm like, this show actually doesn't have that many songs.
No,
It
it
only has
doesn't.
11 songs and one reprise.
Yeah, it feels very short too. I haven't seen it in
Yeah.
years. But it feels very short when you're watching it. Or at
Yeah.
least it
So
did to me.
I have as we stumble along. Maybe that's why I enjoyed it so much, is that it's short. But I have as we stumble along, it's very funny and it's over the topness, but also a good song. And worst, I have Toledo Surprise as the worst. I don't know if we need to give the mobsters their own song. It's
Hmm.
fine, but that'd probably be the worst
Right,
song.
right. The word I feel like I'm turning into a Sutton Foster fangirl, but I picked Show Off because
Yeah,
seeing
that's
her do
fun.
that, I was like, what is even happening? So I picked Show Off. Least favorite, I have Message from a Nightingale.
Yeah, I thought about that one. It's not really. The reason why I didn't pick it is because it's just like for the one joke. It's just a little. It's not like
Right.
a whole
It's not
song.
really right.
So that
Yeah.
was the only reason I didn't pick that. But fair enough. You know, I mean, it's intentionally terrible for the joke.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Yes. Which
so
is
it's a
effective.
little. Yeah, it is effective. Okay, Big Fish. I picked Time Stops. This is another one where the songs are fairly consistent through the whole thing, you know, as far as their sound
Hmm.
and what they're doing and everything. But I picked Time Stops, and then I picked Red, White, and True. It's like a fun enough, bubbly little
Oh,
song, but it
right.
it really has nothing to do with the narrative. It's just him telling the story
Hmm.
about his like war days, and it's long.
Yes.
It's a long tap numbers, you know, song. It's like 6 minutes long. It's long. So that's
Yeah.
why I would
That
pick
is long.
Red, White, and True is the worst.
Yeah. I have for my least favorite, I have More Than Just a Man.
Okay. Yeah.
Um and favorite, yeah, Kind of Stops was also
Yeah.
my favorite.
Yeah.
Rachel, when are we
Okay.
gonna fight it out and have
I
like our
know.
my least favorite is your favorite and vice versa? Maybe
I
it's coming
know.
up.
Maybe that's that shallow vapidness he was talking about. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. We're just so surface level. Or we both just have really good taste.
Yeah, maybe. All right, Matilda. I This might be a hot take. There's a lot of really solid songs in Matilda, but I actually went with The Smell of Rebellion. I just think it is such a good villain
Oh,
song. I think the way that
yeah.
the way it builds to that hook and the smell of rebellion, there's
Hmm.
things is really well done and very good. It's almost always one of my favorite moments when I see Matilda. And then the worst song is all of the story songs. I wish that they would all be cut. It just drags everything down. And the thing that I find frustrating is that we spend all of this time. It's probably 30 minutes of the show, her telling this story. And then when they're sitting down in the My House sequence, they have it. They talk all about it. You learn it. You don't learn anything in those story
Yeah.
sequences that you don't learn in the My House sequence. There's no reason for all
Yeah.
of the. It is just a glaring problem in that musical, in my opinion. Um, all the escapologist stuff. It's just
It also to me really puts I'm one of my students is working on it right now, and we're working on the material so incredibly. I mean, she's fantastic, so she's doing well, but it's incredibly
yeah,
challenging with
yeah,
all of that stuff for not only the monologues that Matilda has, but she's doing it in time with the music
yeah.
and the
I
other
remember
actors.
Winter
Like it
saying,
is it no, it's a feat. Yeah,
yeah. I
yes,
remember Winter saying
it
that
is
it was
just
brutal. She hated doing that. So just get
kind
rid
of
of
a
them. They
nightmare.
drag the show so much, in my opinion. The show would be so much better
Yeah,
without
yeah, yeah,
just keep that part in the My House.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what do you have as your favorite?
It was so close. Naughty was a close second, but my
Yeah.
favorite is Quiet. I love
Yeah, that
Quiet
one's good.
so much.
Yeah.
My least favorite is Telly.
Mm. I mean, yeah, that's just an intermission. So it's
Yeah,
but yeah, I can see that. I still would have rather them take out the it's interesting they for the movie, they took out both of the parent songs.
yeah. What do you think about
No,
that?
I think it's bizarre. Why would you keep the escapologist stuff in and take out the two parent songs? Like
You're
what?
like, you know what? You know who still needs their stuff? The
Like
escapologist.
good job keeping all the boring stuff. Congrats. Taking out stuff that was
You're
actually
like,
kind
you're
of fun.
welcome.
Okay. So next we have six. I actually have the introductory song Ex-Wives as the best. I don't know, I just think it's the
Oh,
most
same.
fun
Yes.
moment of the whole show is just getting to know all these women and their story. And the worst, it's fairly consistent throughout the whole show. There's not like a absolutely terrible song, but I want to Get Down, Anne of Cleves
Yeah,
song. It's
I did
kind of
too.
trying to be hip hop. It's That was, I think, the weakest song.
Yeah. I that was my least favorite, and my favorite is All You Want to Do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, so Elf the musical. I have I this one I do think the music is pretty bland in Elf the musical. It's
Yeah.
fine, but not my favorite. I have Sparkle Jolly Twinkle Little Jingly is the best. And then the worst, I
Ooh,
have I
yes.
Believe in You. I just think that's a very bland song. It's very like it's
Yeah.
fine, but
Yeah.
bland
I'm not
ballad.
a huge I'm not a huge Elf fan. I have World's Greatest Dad as my favorite. And least favorite, Nobody Cares About Santa.
Mm. I like the beat of that song. Nobody cares
Yeah.
about Santa. But yeah, it's not like an amazing. So I get it. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Come From Away is next. This was really hard because there is not really a miss in this. It is very
Nope.
tight. So it was tough for worst. I have Me in the Sky is the best. I mean, that's really the 11 o'clock number.
Yeah.
That's an incredible song.
Yeah.
And then I have In the Bar, Heave Away, like the bar crawl song.
Oh, oh yeah, that's a really good pick. I had Me in the Sky for my favorite. For my least favorite, I had Screechin'.
Yeah, I thought about that one too. And then they have Screech Out, which just kind of brings it all full circle. But it's a great
Full
show. It's very
circle.
hard to pick. for that one.
Yeah.
And I was so glad when we did our regional theater review. I was so glad to see so many companies doing it because it makes sense when you think about Come From Away that it has basically no sets.
Mm-hmm.
And so as long as
Oh
they
yeah,
can get the diversity casting right, it makes sense that a lot of community theater is going to want to do it because it's so good.
exactly.
And
Exactly.
yeah.
And it's very,
Anyway,
yeah, it's accessible financially for them.
yeah. So then I have Hadestown. And this is another one. I mean, it is really consistent throughout. There's not like a real sore spot.
Yeah.
So I have Epic 3. Really, all the Epic songs
Yes.
I can pick is the
Yes.
best. Incredible. But probably Epic 3 is the best of those. And then I have Why We Build the Wall. It's fine,
Oh
but
yeah. I
Why We
so
Build the
for
Wall. Yeah.
yeah, that's not my favorite either, but I okay, so for the best, I pick Wait for Me.
Yeah, I
Um,
love that.
but for my least favorite, I picked How Long. Like even though it's necessary, it's just not my favorite and isn't one that I'm gonna like listen to over and over again, even though it does advance the plot and I get why it's
Yeah.
there.
Okay, let's do Carousel. So I have Carousel. I mean, this is another one. The songs are really solid in Carousel. I have
Yeah.
Soliloquy. I think it's one of the best pieces of musical
Oh
theater.
yes.
It would, if I was making a top, which we should do that as an episode, top 10 favorite songs, Soliloquy would probably be on my list. The way it tells a complete story of a life in one song. And you really
It's beautiful.
capture this man and all his hopes and dreams and what he would do with his life and everything in one song. I think is very impressive. And
Yeah.
then the worst, I actually have the If I Loved You reprise because it's the one she sings when she's trying to convince her daughter that that the slap that she felt was really a kiss. That
Yeah.
when you were slapped, that's just like being kissed.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, so well I that context
In
absolutely
context, yeah.
100%. Yes, yes. If I Loved You is my favorite song in the show, but and You'll Never Walk Alone, it's so hard, but that's my second.
Yeah.
Um I I mean, I completely agree with your least favorite given that context. I have for my least favorite Blow High, Blow Low.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, next, Cats. And this is hard too because these are also pretty consistent. Cats, the songs, they're
Yes,
about,
very much so.
sort of the same throughout. There's that whole joke, that Andrew Lloyd Webber, he knew how to write 4 songs and then turn it into a musical,
And
which
he
is
tried,
which is
and
fair.
boy could he.
Yeah,
Boy could he.
yeah. But I have for Cats Memory is the best. I feel like that's gonna be pretty common. And then I have
Yes.
Skimble Shanks, the Railway Cat. I think you could pick almost any of those introductory songs there, aside from Mr. Mistopheles. I think they're about all the same.
Yeah, I have the Peaks and the Callicles. I can never say that, but that's my least favorite. But Memories, my favorite, and again,
Yeah.
so iconic. Talk about a banger ballad. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Maybe one of the most banger. I mean,
Yeah,
that's the reason why that show was on for in the dancing
uh,
for 18 years on
a
Broadway.
100%. Yes,
And
yes,
coming back. Are
so
you
good.
excited about Jellicle?
I am. I'm
Yeah.
intrigued.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I'm
good. I'm
intrigued. Yeah.
excited. All right. Next we have Fun Home, another show that has very consistent songs. It's hard to pick a worst. But I have Ring of Keys. I think that would be popular. Ring of Keys is the best. And then the worst, I have Changing My Major. It's Changing My Major to I forget the girlfriend's name. Can't think of it right now.
Oh, to
But
Joan,
Joan,
changing
yeah,
my
that's
major
right.
to Joan.
Joan.
Oh
Changing
yeah,
My
is that
Major, which
changing my
is a
major to
cute
Joan?
song.
Yeah.
It's fine. But they're all bangers, so
Yeah, I Ring of Keys, yes. I've probably heard the song 1,000 times. I was listening to it myself, and then like
yeah.
every young girl uses it to audition. It's so good. I had Raincoat of Love.
Mm, yeah. I can see
Fine,
that.
but
Yeah.
yeah, not my favorite.
All right. So then we have next up we have Chicago. So I have Cell Block Tango as the
Me too.
best. I do love
Yes, it
Mr.
is the
Cellophane.
best.
I do love Mr. Cellophane. I think that's actually a really like haunting. If we were doing like best
Mhm.
side character songs, that would probably be pretty
Yeah.
high for me, Mr. Cellophane. I think it's a really good song. But Cell Block Tango, it's so iconic and it's so fun and yeah. And then worst, I think we both reached for the gun. It's the weird ventriloquist number, the way they stage it. It's very odd. And yeah, that's what
I
I would
love
think.
it. I love it. I love it so much. I don't know why. I don't even know if I think it's good. It's like the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. Oh yes, we vote for Georgia Gun for the gun. It's just so fun to me. It's so fun and stupid. I love it.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of good as my least favorite.
Okay. All
But that
right.
gets cut a
Next.
lot actually.
Yeah. Yeah. So next we have Mean Girls, the musical. I have Icy Stars. I there isn't really a standout to me, and maybe that's a flaw of this musical, is that there's not like a song that I love, but I think they're all like solid, decent songs. But I have Icy Stars, and then I have Do This Thing as the worst. It's during the math competition at the end.
Yes.
It's
I,
fine, but
I
yeah.
it's fine. I have for my favorite is Apex Predator. I don't even know why. I just think it's so fun. Um, it's so energetic. I as my least favorite have Fearless. I just feel like it feels kind of tacked on.
Yeah, yeah. Well, next, I want you to go first on this one. So we have the Addams Family. So what do you have as the best?
Okay, so I have the best. I have pulled
Oh
as
yeah,
the
that's a good
best.
one. Yeah.
Um, but I also I love oh my gosh, why can't I think of the name of it now? Bugsy's song, Pugsley's song about his sister.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're
I
talking
also really
about.
I
Yeah.
also really love that one. And then I actually, because I know what you're gonna say, I picked a different one. Uh, Crazier Than You
Oh yeah.
sometimes gets on my nerves, but also
Yeah.
I like it, but it's not. I think sometimes I'm just like, well, I'm not in the mood for this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm never in the mood for full disclosure. That will never happen. If you see me saying I like full disclosure, then I'm being held by terrorists.
Rachel, blink
And
twice. Blink
yeah,
twice if you need help. Yeah,
be concerned for my health and well-being if you see that I like full disclosure. Because it's a
yeah,
terrible
I'm gonna
slog
have
of a
to like make
song.
sure.
Ugh. Uh, but I would go with I think the best song in that show is Happy Sad. I just really captures the experience of
That's great
parenting
too.
or loving somebody, and that I'm feeling happy, but I'm feeling sad that you're leaving, you're growing up. Like it's an underrated. That could be another good episode doing underrated songs because I think that Happy Sad.
Yeah,
I don't really hear it talked about or sung much, but I think it's such a pretty song.
no, I like how you're talking about that experience of parenting too, because it makes me think about Sunrise, Sunset, these beautiful
Yeah,
songs that they hold that duality of and the paradox of like raising
yeah,
kids and loving people.
yeah.
I think that's really beautiful.
So next, I have Heathers, the musical, which I love and adore. I think it's such a great show.
So
So
good.
I have Candy Store is the
Oh
best.
yeah.
I, Welcome
I love
to my
Candy Store. I have
candy
Dead Girl Walking.
store.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, for the worst, I mean, a lot of people would put Blue, but that was taken out after the first
yeah,
run. Probably for the best. I would probably I mean, I would somewhere between Freeze Your Brain, which is just all about 7-Eleven, so it's kind of a weird song. Um,
yeah,
I would either do Freeze Your Brain or My Dead Gay Son, just because it feels, because those characters aren't really in the show. They're all of a sudden are introduced.
right,
They don't
right,
even, you know what I mean? So it's not like they're characters that we've been invested in that are mourning the loss of their sons and the fact that
right,
now they find out they're gay. It's just this song, it feels a little performative to me, a little bit
right.
insincere and just a little bit. We're trying to get points, from the audience with this song, but we haven't really earned those points with the characters.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
probably would pick My Dead Gay Son, but Freeze Your Brain. It's also just about 7-Eleven.
Also,
So
just about. I actually had Blue, but yeah,
yeah,
that's no longer. That's not in the revival, or not. Yeah, in the revival that's now
yeah.
playing. So yeah, you're right. That
I
my
also think
Blue.
Shine a Light is kind of cringe. Again,
Oh
another
yeah,
character that hasn't really earned that song
yeah,
and that
yeah,
moment. Um,
yeah.
but I do love the show. I really do. I
It's such
love
a
it.
fun
I think
show.
it is so entertaining. Okay. Then we have The King and I. Just jumping all around. And I went with Whistle a Happy Tune.
Whistle a Happy Tune is great. I have Shall We Dance?
Yeah. It's a really good. I mean, I love Getting to Know You. It's a great show as far as the songs.
Oh
And then
yeah,
the worst, I have The Small House of Uncle Thomas. I mean, it's kind of unfair to pick it because it's literally a ballet in the middle of the show,
mhm.
kind of like in Oklahoma. It's
Yes.
15 minutes long.
That's long.
It's really
That-
long.
That's long.
Yeah.
That's long.
Uh, so yeah,
I
that's my
I
least
picked
favorite
for
song.
I picked for my least favorite Western people funny.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Okay, then we have Grease, and I have We Go Together. But I think Summer 11, they're about the same for me. Really entertaining, fun songs. And then the worst is any of the like dancing songs. Born to Hand Jive, Rock and Roll Party Queen, Shaken at the High School Hop. There's also Mooning, which is was not in the movie for a reason. Sorry, there's a reason that one's
Yes. Yes.
not just in the
Yes.
show. That's when I was that skipped. But I think those
Yeah.
are the worst. But Born to Hand Jive is
Yeah.
long.
But yes, it is so long. I like it. I don't know why, because it just gets like hot in my head. And I think it's so fun. But I actually
It's an
feel like my
earworm.
least is an earworm. Exactly. My least favorite is those magic changes. I feel like it's just kind of snoozy.
Uh,
And
yeah.
my favorite is Hopelessly Devoted to You.
That's a good one too. I mean, I also really like Beauty School Dropout. I think that's very funny.
Oh, yeah, that's great too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next, Rent. And I went with One Song Glory. And
Mm.
yeah, I mean, it's tough. There's a lot of good songs. I love Love Vivo M, you know, 365 Days. For worst, I went with Over the Moon about
Mm.
her, her drinking from a cow. It's just really not
Yes,
good.
I feel like Over the Moon is either so funny depending on the actresses or it's annoying.
Yeah.
And it could go either way. I picked for my least favorite Contact. Um but I hear what you're saying about Over the Moon because sometimes I'm like, oh, what a groaner.
Yeah.
The best is hard because Seasons of Love I'll never get sick of hearing, but Light My Candle is so special,
Mm, yeah. Yeah.
which I love.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good. I forget which is the song that's sung by the business guy. I can't think of his name.
Yes.
He has a song that he sings with the girlfriend. I mean, Maureen in general is kind of an insufferable character. So the actress has to bring a lot to make that character
Right, you
work.
got to thread that needle just
Yeah, you
perfectly.
do. You
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
I think that Rent is genuinely the hardest show for community theater to pull off.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I don't, it's rough. I mean, I admire anyone who's trying it, but
Yeah,
it's
like
really
God
hard.
bless and Godspeed because
Yeah.
it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah. Okay. Next we have Kiss Me Kate, and I have another show. And I don't think there's really any bad songs in this show. It's Cole Porter. He's so good. But I have Wonder Bar.
Yeah,
Wonder
I agree.
Bar.
There's no bad songs in this show. I for my least favorite, I have Why Can't You Behave? I don't know why. It's just not my favorite. I love Always True to You.
Oh, yeah, that's good. And Too Darn Hot, that's good too.
Oh, Too Darn Hot is
Okay.
good too.
Yeah. All right, Annie. I actually have Maybe. I love that song. Maybe when. Maybe when I die, maybe they're calling
Oh,
me
it's beautiful.
baby, baby. I think it's such a
Baby.
pretty song.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
And
beautiful.
then worst, I have New York City or NYC or New Deal for Christmas. Either one of those, probably the weakest.
Yeah, I have. It's really hard for me with Annie because I love Maybe. I love You're Never Fully Dressed. I
Yeah.
love Hard Knock Life.
Tomorrow.
Um, Tomorrow. Ultimately, ultimately, I think I gotta go with Tomorrow, even though it's so hard.
Yeah, that's really
And
good.
my least favorite, We'd Like to Thank You, Herbert Hoover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boring.
It's not good. Oh, okay. South Pacific, the next one. So Some Enchanted Evening, I think, is undeniably the best song of that show. It would be on a short list of greatest songs in musical theater
Oh,
history.
yes, one of the most romantic songs of all time, not just
Yes,
musical theater, but ever in the
it's
world,
true.
ever.
It's
Gorgeous.
true. I mean, there's also a lot of other fun songs. Nothing like a dame. Wash that man on my hair. Happy
Mm,
talk. A lot of good songs. I have Bali High
me
is
too.
my weakest song.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know. It's just not my favorite. But what
yeah,
about you?
yeah, yeah. No, that's also my least favorite. And I have
Okay.
Some Enchanted Evening also. Like
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
perfect song.
Okay. So Cabaret. I actually have Will Kuhlman. I think almost any song by the MC I could put in
Ooh,
there. But just
yes.
it's such a fun way to welcome you to the show and immerse you in that world.
You're in
Eh,
immediately.
yeah, yeah. And then I have Why Should I Wake Up? But really most of Cliff's songs I think are the worst songs in Cabaret. They're very bland.
Yes. Yeah, I would agree. I just had any good songs. Um, my favorite in the show, I mentioned it earlier in the podcast, maybe this time. It is just one of my
Yeah.
favorite songs in all of musical theater. And oh my goodness, when you have a good Sally Bowles, I saw Michelle Williams do it. Not to be confused with the Michelle Williams that is currently
Right,
on
right.
Broadway and Death Becomes Her, but Dawson's Creek Michelle Williams. And
Right, right.
oh, good Lord. I love both Michelle Williams. They're both
Yeah.
fabulous.
Yes. Divas. Um,
Yes.
okay, Sweeney Todd. So I have Not While I'm Around. I feel like that's would be a lot of people's answers, but it's true.
Yeah.
And then I have Pirelli's Miracle Elixir. It serves the plot, but I think it's the weakest
It's
song
so
in the
funny.
show.
It's so funny because it's not even that I like it, but the first time after I saw Sweeney Todd, what I kept doing is try Pirelli's Miracle Elixir, and then I'd be like, "I'll steal you." Like that's all I was going back and forth with. So I have as my favorite Joanna,
Oh,
but
I
I
love
have as my least
Joanna.
favorite. God, that's good.
Oh, yeah. I can see that. I do love Joanna. I kind of forgot about that, but that's such a beautiful song. Yeah, good choice. All right, we have two more. So Waitress, and I've She Used to Be Mine is definitely the standout song. That talk about an 11 o'clock number. I mean, it really is.
Oh,
And I think the worst song is Earl's song, You Will Still Be Mine. It's serviceable for the plot, but I don't know if we needed to give him, he could give him like a little reprise. We don't need him to have like the whole song
yeah.
for
Those are
Earl.
those are those are both mine as well. Um, Yeah, I mean, I think she she used to be mine is just like again one of those beautiful songs that will go down in musical theater history. You know, that is just
Yeah.
gorgeous. And yeah, Earl, it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Like I thought about doing I Love You Like a Table, but I really do like Ogie and Dawn. I think they're so funny.
I do
So
too.
I couldn't pick that one. But
No, no.
what did you have as worst
Oh,
for
I also had
waitress?
Earl song is
Oh,
worse.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, last one is The Prom. And this one was very easy for me. Love Thy Neighbor. That is, in my opinion, the
Yeah. Yes.
standout of that. That is by far the most memorable song. It's the one you leave the theater humming to yourself. Love thy neighbor.
Yes,
Like it's
yes.
such a bop, and
It's such a
obviously
bop.
very very effective for the theme of that musical, for what it's trying to
Mhm.
say. It just captures everything in one song.
Yes,
And then
yes.
I have We Look to You is the worst. I don't know if we need to give the principal a whole song.
Yeah, yeah. So I echo the favorite. I don't know if I can pick this because it's a reprise and we weren't really doing that, but I had down the Tonight Belongs to You reprise. I feel like the first
Yeah.
is so fun that we didn't really need the reprise and it doesn't really add much emotionally or musically.
I really wish that this show could be retooled so it's just the high schoolers.
I think that'd be amazing.
I don't think like I wish that this had similar energy as Heather's. It's a lot sweeter and
Right,
not
right,
as
right.
dark for sure as Heather's. But in the sense of just the subversion and this showcasing the teenagers, I really don't need all of these these celebrity Broadway
Yeah,
people and their
yeah.
songs. And I don't know. It would be better, I think, if we could kind of retool it.
I think you're right because I think that it's also special if it gets to kind of live in that world. There aren't a lot of musicals that do that.
Yeah, yeah. So there we go. We did it. Oh my gosh. That was really fun. I enjoyed doing that.
That
So,
was really fun.
yeah. So let us know what you think, what you would pick for all these different shows and your best and worst songs. And do you think that we have good picks or do you think Rochelle and Vapid? Put in the comments section. We want to hear.
I hope we made you feel something either way.
Yeah, right. So, Jax, how can people find you?
Jacklyn Collier on Instagram.
And you can find me at Rachel's Reviews all over the place, including rachelsreviewstheater.com. You can check that out. And also right now at KSL Movie Show, I have a lot of fun over there. Just check all that out and make sure that you're following OnStage blog all over the place. And they have like daily articles, really good stuff. And on the different socials, there's lots of good discussion going on. You definitely want to make sure that you're following everything on Stage blog. Make sure you check out the playlist with all of our episodes of the podcast, plus our previous episode with 40 additional songs, shows, and songs. So you definitely want to take a listen to that. And thanks so much, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.